What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well today. Another day in paradise, I say, right? Get a little more light here. Put some light on the situation here. Well, happy Monday, whatever day it is that you're watching this recording. Let's get into it here. Let me share my screen. I'm going to talk a little bit about social media and using a virtual assistant. Turn off the phone here. So I'm going to share my screen here. Growing your social media with the virtual assistant. Here we go. So my name's Steve Duran. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the United States. I tell people not the old Mexico, the new Mexico, right between Arizona and Texas. So 35 years old, got 3 daughters, just hit my 3rd icon with EXP. Awesome company. This is a presentation here, so we'll jump through a few things that I used for EXP University. Born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 3 daughters, like I said. I got to update that. Just hit 3 icons. So I love to travel, eat sushi, try new things. Love coaching sports for the kiddos. You're doing social media without the strategies. Tell me how that's going. So a lot of people are afraid to do social media because they don't know what to post. They post something. Sorry about that here. Let's see. One second here. Lost the screen here. I'm on a Mac right now, and I normally use my HP, but my HP has some microphone issues, so I'm using the Mac. Bear with me here. So you should be able to see it. So a lot of people want to use social media, but they don't know what to post. They don't know where to start. They post something and they don't get a bunch of leads from it. So they stop posting, right? So I'm going to go over some things that you can do to implement to grow your social media, to be consistent, to get more business. Thing about social media is it is considered farming. So you got to consistently do it, consistently. Sorry, one second here. Consistently keep posting things of value, and you're going to get people reaching out to you. So first, we'll talk about hiring a virtual assistant. So if you think you need to start leveraging, you're busy in your business, you have a bunch of deals going on, first thing you want to do is get a transaction coordinator. You can use a virtual assistant as a transaction coordinator. I do somewhat, but I do have an in-person local transaction coordinator as well. But I know people that run their business with a virtual assistant as a transaction coordinator. Just want to be a little cautious because some states you are required to have a licensed transaction coordinator, but a virtual assistant can do a lot of things without actually filling out forms or giving out information. So you can kind of get around that. They can prepare documents for you to review and for you to make the final choices. Main thing is communication. They can hold communication with the title companies. They can send out links for asking for reviews from clients, updates throughout the process. They can let you know and keep you up to date where you're at through the process. Hiring a virtual assistant, if you think you need leverage, this is one that most inexpensive ways to start leveraging in your business. Make a list, a task list for VAs. They work good with task lists of items to complete. Push them to learn fast, YouTube and research. So I went to onlinejobs.ph. So onlinejobs.ph, that's the Philippines virtual assistant. I've had mine for 2 years now. So the first one I hired, I've had her for 2 years. She's been great. So interview your virtual assistant on Zoom. Have them send a resume, test their internet, ask them to complete tasks, create a flyer, check their social media accounts. So I stalked mine on social media because I wanted to make sure that they had a good social media presence and they worked social media. I wanted to see kind of who they are. Some of them didn't have any profiles that I could find. So I took them off the list. And the resume was a big one for me. Mine sent me a resume that was real professional. I had some good creative flyers in there, and it was very creative and professional. Got her on the Zoom call. She was good. Her English was good. She's a single, younger female, so I knew she was going to be available. Some of the ones I met were like mothers that had 3 or 4 kids, so I know they're probably going to be busier than someone that's just single, no kids, and dedicated. So that helped me hire her resume, and ask them to complete some lists for some tasks for you. Tell them to create a flyer, tell them to edit a video. They'll do some work to show what they can do for you. Communication with the VA is huge. So morning huddle and training. So I meet with mine every morning. We go over some things that we're working on for the day, different trainings I get them in. I send them different trainings, YouTube videos. I communicate through Facebook Messenger with mine. Mostly we do get on Zooms as well, but mostly just Facebook Messenger. Communicate with them a few times throughout the day. Their communication should be quick for you. If they're taking an hour or 2 hours to get back to you and respond, then it's probably not going to be a good fit. They're probably working another job or doing something else. I believe they're 16 hours ahead of us, so they're usually working 10, 11 o'clock at night, and it's the next day over there. Maybe not that many, maybe 10 or 12 hours. But I know they work in the middle of the night, so sometimes I've heard of them falling asleep or not being communicating well. So make sure they're communicating well and keep on top of them. Zoom Time Doctor for tracking. Payment can be done through TransferWise. So TransferWise converts, or it's called Wise now. It converts US money, the dollar, into Filipino money. So Trello is great to create lists daily and weekly. Don't have a failure to communicate like Mr. Major Payne there. Deep dive into your database. So deep dive into your database. Social media is a database that needs to be managed. So add new friends and connections daily, message friends daily. You can search like your high school, you can search people that went to your high school. As you get into different networking things, like I said, I like to be involved with sports for my kids. We get on new teams, we meet new people. I'll add them on Facebook. Different events, different people I meet, I'll add them on Facebook to keep growing that database. You can go add people you don't know as well if you have friends in common. Some people will accept it, some won't. Message friends daily, but you're building the social media relationship with people. So message friends daily to see how they're doing. Don't talk about real estate. Like, comment, and share is one of the big ones I like to share. So like the post, comment on the post, and then go message them. So if you had a friend that just had a baby, like their post, go comment on it, cute baby, even if it's not a cute baby, just kidding. And then go message them and say, hey, congratulations on the new little one. You have a beautiful family. How are you doing? Always ask a question, ask and acknowledge what they're saying and ask a question, or acknowledge what they said and then ask a question. Answer and ask and acknowledge and ask. So, but you want to message friends daily so you can build those relationships and stay in contact with people. Even if you message them a month ago, 2-3 months ago, just jump in there and say, hey, how's it going? I noticed you got a new job. I noticed, stalk their page a little bit, see if they went on vacation. Hey, how was the vacation to Cabo? So I'll have to tell Adam when he comes back. Birthdays are very important. So every day, if you contact birthdays every day throughout the course of 1 year, you'll have contacted all your Facebook friends, right? Because everyone has birthdays set up. So every day, jump into your birthdays. If you just search birthdays on Facebook, birthdays today, I believe it'll show you what birthdays your friends have today. So that's very important. Send a personal message. Videos are the best as well. If you send a video message personalized to your friend, call, text, if it's a sphere of influence, someone you sold a home to or a closer friend, to actually send them a video message and then call them or text them. Pop by, leave something of value. Leaving something of value for people's birthdays is huge. That's going to stick out a lot. Drop by their house. If you sold them a house and it's their birthday, drop them off a $5 gift card to Starbucks, or doesn't have to be big, just something meaningful. You don't have to go spend $50 on a birthday gift, $5-10. But if you think about it, when you had a birthday, did anyone drop off anything to your house? I know no one dropped off anything to my house. So a $5 Starbucks gift card would have been a memorable experience. So personal messages for anniversaries, achievements, or drama. So if you see someone going through a breakup, message them and tell them that you're here for them if they need to talk, if they want to grab some coffee, if there's anything that you can do to help them. Death of a family member, reach out and say you're sending prayers, or if you're not religious, just say you're, thinking of them and, you're hoping that they get through this tough time as best as possible, something from the heart. But personal messages are huge for anniversaries, achievements, or drama. And like I said, drama, life events. Sorry, my notifications keep going off here. Any type of drama they're going through, job change. Sometimes people get too personal on Facebook, but reach out to them. Work all social platforms. So this is huge. A lot of agents I see aren't on Facebook. They're only on Instagram. They're not on LinkedIn, or they're on Facebook and not Instagram. Have them work your CRM. So you can have a virtual assistant work your CRM, be consistent, be everywhere. Your SOI, your sphere, make sure you're adding, like I said, everyone to Facebook, to Instagram, to LinkedIn. Because some people are on just Instagram only, not just realtors, but some people in general, they don't like Facebook. Their grandma and their aunts are on Facebook, so they go towards Instagram more, and they're only on Instagram. So make sure you're following people on Instagram and Facebook. Don't worry if you're posting the same thing on multiple platforms. As long as you're giving some value, they're not going to unfollow you. Just don't post a bunch of houses and that's it. Motivation and education. So this is a big one for me. So motivational content, create it, share it consistently, unfollow your mom if you need to. So funny story on that real quick. I had to unfollow my mom. Yes, I did. But I didn't unfriend her, okay? So that's important. Don't unfriend your mom, just unfollow. So, like this guy, me, when my friends switched from being infectious disease experts to constitutional scholars again. So a lot of people were taken back from social media and through the whole COVID and political debacle we had the last few years. They don't like social media because of the drama. So share motivational content consistently. But if you have friends, like the story about my mom is she posts and shares a lot of stuff about Biden, and I'm not going to get political or anything. If someone's posting all about Trump as well, like I'm going to unfollow them. I don't want to see a bunch of politics. And so I've told her, like, don't be sharing that stuff. And then she was arguing with people in comments about political stuff. And I'm like, I don't need to see that drama. So mom, I'm unfollowing you. I didn't tell her. So it's funny when she posts pictures of like my kiddos when she has them. She's like, "Did you see that picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was a good one." But in the last 6 months, I've had my mom sharing. This is a good thing too for like, they say the biggest age demographic of new people on Facebook is over 50 or 60, I believe. If you've noticed in the last year or two, your grandma, aunts, uncles, and a lot of the older population are getting on Facebook because it's a good way for them to stay connected with their grandkids, kids, and friends they haven't seen in a long time. So I actually started having my mom share posts of mine, and I've gotten a few leads and a few inquiries from some of her friends that are going to be downsizing and that are going to be selling their parents' deceased home. So make sure you have close family members share your posts as well. But unfollow anyone. Whole moral of that long drawn out was to unfollow anyone that's negative, posting too much drama. Just unfollow them. You don't have to unfriend them, so they can still see your things. That way you can still reach out to them for their birthday. You can still message them to see how they're doing. You just don't have to see that drama on your feed. And go follow motivational people, inspirational people. Follow my page. Be an expert in your market. Educate on social media through the process. So as we go through the process of helping people buy and sell homes, there's so many different stages, right? There's, showing homes, getting under contract, writing offers, negotiating the offer, getting inspections ordered, inspections done, negotiating through the inspections. All the different steps through the process is an opportunity for you to share what's going on. So when you're at the inspections, share some pictures, share some funky stuff going on with the home, share what you were able to negotiate. We just negotiated a $10,000 credit for a new roof for my buyer. When you share through the process, it's going to make you the expert. Share stories, good and bad, but mostly good. Share some of the bad stories. You had a deal blow up. You've had some issues on a deal. Share that. Be real. Don't just share all the good stuff. Commonly asked questions and concerns. Stories sell. So always share stories around your transaction. So don't just go post a house and say closed. So excited for my sellers. That's no value. So you want to go, my sellers are so happy to sell this home. They're getting closer to their grandkids in another state. They were in this home for 25 years. It was hard for them to be able to leave this home, but they're so excited to get closer to their grandkids. Thanks for the opportunity to help you through this process. Share that story. I have a first-time home buyer that's been working on credit. They've been saving up money. They're so happy to give their fur babies a new yard, get them out of the apartment. I have a first-time home buyer family that's so excited to give their kids their own room. We just closed this deal, and I'm so happy I could help them with this new chapter. Share the story and commonly asked questions and concerns. This is something I always do. If someone comes to me and they say, "I want to buy a home, I don't know where to start," I'll go turn that into a video. Hey, are you thinking of buying a home, but you don't know where to start? Here's some things to think about. Give me a call. We can do a free application. You need a 620 credit score. We have down payment assistance. You don't need a huge amount of money down. If you're thinking of buying a home and you don't know where to start, reach out to me. I'm the best first start you could take because I'll walk you through the process. No pressure. I'll explain how the process works. Let me know what questions you have. As you see people get denied as well, like if we have someone apply but they have a $700 car payment, it's killing their debt to income ratio, I'll go do a video that, wait to buy the car. If you don't own a home yet, wait to get into a big car payment. We just had a client that we couldn't get into a home because they have 2 car payments for over $1,000. You don't want to live in your car. You want to live in a house. Keep using that old car until you buy your home, and then you can buy whatever car you want, and then you have the garage to park it in, right? So any commonly asked questions, someone comes to me and they say, "I want to sell my house, but I don't know what to do to get it ready." That's Perfect opportunity for you to go do a video that says, if you're thinking about selling your house, but you don't know if it's ready to sell, here's some things to think about. Here's 3 things to think about. Is your home ready to sell? Entertain and sell. Try new coffee shops, new restaurants, new retail shops. So entertain and sell. People go to social media because they want to be entertained, right? They don't just want to see homes for sale. But when they're entertained, they'll follow you. Then you post a home. Then they're in that dream stage, or they're thinking, or they just had a life event. They just had a baby. Now they're thinking, oh, I do need a bigger house. I'm going to start looking on his website. So coffee shops, new restaurants, new retail shops. I always like to post videos and stories inside of new places I try, new restaurants, post videos and stories, promotions, specials, and memes. If you go to one of your favorite restaurants and you see they have a special for March, share it. This is my favorite restaurant here. They're having 10% off for, law enforcement through March, whatever the special is. Sprinkle seeds of real estate and give value. So at the end, I'll usually say, Steve with eXp Realty, or at the beginning, sprinkle in the seeds of real estate, post reviews, ask for reviews if you're not. Google's huge, Facebook, Zillow. A lot of people are going to research you, so you want to have some reviews. If you don't have reviews or you haven't sold a lot of homes, go back and ask people you sold homes to, run a promotion, run a contest. Keep following up with them. The best time to ask for a review for me is usually a day or 2 before closing, because they're excited, they're ready. Once they close, now they're moving, their life's busy and they're working and moving, and they usually forget. So a couple days or the night before closing, ask for the review. Or if there's a special time during the transaction where they're really happy, you negotiated a new roof, the appraisal came in at value, or you're closing early, something that they're really excited about. That's a good time to ask for a review, and then go repurpose that on Canva and post it everywhere. Charity support, give back to the community. If you have a food bank in your area, go volunteer for them, post some videos, some stories. If you do any events, include a charity. People love to give back to charities, and it's good to give back to your community. Post your website link on everything, get people on your website. So we want people on our website, not Zillow, right? So you want to post your link on your homes for sale. If you do just sold, I was posting it on everything, but I did hear that Facebook will drown your post a little bit if it has a link, because they want to keep you on Facebook too, right? So I do it on usually about every other post or so. Definitely the posts related to real estate, I will make sure I have my link to my website. Or if you're posting a house, don't just post the pictures of the house, or post a link to your IDX, to your MLS. A lot of people here where I live will post a house and put the link to the MLS. Person clicks on it, they go to your MLS. There's no forced registration. They can't really start looking at other homes either. So when you post a home for sale, or just sold, just listed, open house, use a link from your KV Core or from your CRM. So when they click on it, after they click on 2 or 3 pictures, they're going to ask to create a login or sign in with their Facebook. So it's a forced registration. Most of them are going to log in so they can continue to look at homes. If not, they'll back out. But they still looked at the website. It's better to give them that opportunity to have the ability to log in, and you get leads for free from people that are your friends. So post your link and post the link to your website so you can get people on your website looking at homes. Now you set them up on a search, you have their email, check in with them later that day. Hey, thanks for checking out that house. Are you thinking of a bigger home? Do you currently own a home? Are you curious on your home value? And even if they're just looking right now, in 6 months or a year, chances are they're going to be buying something, or maybe they're having a baby. getting a divorce, thinking about a divorce, some type of life change. Circle dialing and prospecting. Virtual assistant can circle dial and work on your CRM. Timble for VoIP. So I use Timble for the voice over internet. So they can call from the Philippines and it comes up as a local number here for calling out of the country. Add new leads to Facebook and send out messages. So if you have a lead source like Zillow, Realtor.com, any other lead source, these leads that are coming in, search them on Facebook, and if you think it's them, if they're in the city you're in, add them or request to add them. And some of them are going to accept your friend request. Now they get to see your videos. Now they get to see that you're positive, you're entertaining, you're motivating, you're the professional, and they're going to build a relationship with you without even knowing you. Even if they don't answer your call or your text message, if they accept that friend request, you're building a parasocial relationship with them. So if you've ever heard of a parasocial relationship, that's a one-way relationship that you build with people through video. So if you've ever followed a specific actor, if you watch the news a lot, you feel like you get to know the weatherman or certain actors, certain movie stars or music artists. You feel like you get to know these people just by hearing them, seeing them, and seeing their emotions through video. Just like me, you might feel like you know me now. I'm funny, or sometimes I feel like I am. You just get to see how old they are, how they're dressed, the most important thing is being motivating, being positive, and documenting your day. But they're gonna feel like they get to know you. Oh, this person has kids, they're a family man, they're they go to church, whatever, they're into sports. I'm into sports too. So you feel like you get to know them. It's called a parasocial relationship. And that's why video is so huge these days. And you need to be posting videos consistently because people are getting to know you through the videos you post. Set expectations to set one appointment daily. RedX, Vulcan 7, Cold Realty Resources, Remind. Whatever, if there's a free one through your MLS, we have Remind where I'm at. You can pull public data to see if you can pull the owner's number and email address. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. RedX, Vulcan 7, these are systems that will pull public data. So you can circle dial. If you get a listing, you can pull 100 or 200 people around that address and call them and invite them to an open house. Sorry, I don't know how to turn off my notifications here. But circle dialing is huge. You have a lot of wholesalers have VAs calling, circle dialing, or calling a list of probate leads and of different lead sources. So it's good to for you to do it. If you're not, use Remind or use a system that your local MLS has. If not, you can pay for one of these systems. They're usually about $200 or $300, depending on what services you add on. That you can add for sell by owners. You can add expireds and pull public data. So promote events can be like this guy and come on, Barbie, let's go party there. So promote events. So you can use your VA to promote events, to create content, flyers around your event. Messenger, wall posts, create content, community events. If you've never done like a neighborhood event, I would encourage you to do that. The shredding event's good. Any type of maybe spring cleaning event, get a food truck, an ice cream truck at the park, some jumpers, some games, include a charity. Client events are big. Even if you just want to start attending more events, or partner up with an event already going on and be a sponsor for that event. But anything that you can promote that's not just real estate is important. You just don't want to be talking all about real estate all the time because people get tired of it. And nurse or teacher events, neighborhood events, niche events. So if you're into cars, start going to more car shows, go to different car events, join a car club. You're going to build your sphere of influence. You're going to have things to talk about. You want to still talk about real estate, but include it into the cars, cooking, plants. There's a lot of different Facebook groups out there that you can join. If you like cooking, join some cooking groups. Start commenting on what people are posting. Awesome recipe, thanks for sharing, stuff like that. And then start friend requesting people in that group that are local to you. And then you're becoming friends and you're building that relationship. Now they see you're in real estate, and when they need your help, they're going to reach out. Business to personal. So it's definitely important to have a business page and to post on it consistently. Business page is more if you're going to pay to play. So even if you're running $20 to $50 a month, you're going to get some exposure and you're going to get some new followers. But sharing your personal to business and your business to personal is big for me, because we're basically public figures as realtors, and our business is our personal life, basically. So, excuse me, I'll share some of my personal things to my business page. That way, if people are just following my business, they can get to know me more in my personal life, be more connected to me. And same with my personal or my business, I'll share my business page to my personal page. That way people that are my friends can start following the business page as well. Build and maintain groups. So build a group, add people to groups constantly. You know, if there's no good car group, or if there is a few car groups, you want to start your own and start posting in your car group and growing your car group, or plants or cooking, whatever you want. Build a client SOI group. You can build a group for just your past clients. That way you can post, you know, when you add a new client into it, if you helped an old client again, if you're doing giveaways, events, post that in your group. Pop buys, share events, wins, and stories within the group, memes, and non-real estate related content. Create community or niche group, engage in local groups, create content, questions, and engagement. Recruiting and TC work. So be really, really ridiculously good at recruiting. Mr. Zoolander there. Make a list of your top 50 agents, add agents on social platforms, motivate, give value, engage. You know, asking questions to agents is good. You know, how's business? How's life? You know, are you on your way to meet your goals this year? You know, if there's anything I can help you out with. Events and groups, different events, share with agents. Transaction coordination, as we talked about a little bit, create a list and add VA to Trello. Send out emails and messages for reviews. Farming. Social media is farming. Like I said, stay the course, keep working the dirt and water the seeds. And you want to keep growing your social media in all different ways. So even if it's 5 a day, I like the principle of 5. So, you know, add 5 friends a day on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You know, it's probably going to take you 10 minutes. Create a post and share it across all those platforms. Go follow some more people. Like, comment, and message 5 people. So adding 5 friends is big, messaging 5 existing friends, commenting on 5 things, and get into those conversations so you can build those relationships. Be innovative, create value, give and give. Leverage your VA, educate, entertain, motivate, and sell. So any way you post, think about how you can give. Is this going to give value? Is this going to give motivation? Is this going to give education? Is this going to entertain someone, motivate, and then sprinkling the seeds in of selling as well. So hopefully this helped you out. Be innovative, create. Don't just post drama. Don't just post sold, just listed, things like that. So no survey here. Let me know how I could help you out. What questions you had. We're at 11:35, so we kind of flew through that. Let's see if there's any questions in the chat here. we'll leave it on this last one. So educate, entertain, motivate, and sell. Those are my four big pillars, basically. Is this going to be educating? Is this entertaining, funny, sharing memes, creating memes, motivation, being motivating, and doing those just listed, just solds as well. Let me know what questions you have. Hopefully this helped out. Definitely start being consistent if you haven't been, even if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're gonna post, you're gonna like things, create some type of schedule. Stories are big on the actual platform, like Instagram stories and Facebook stories, along with actually telling the story of your client. But if you're not doing stories, I would encourage you to be posting stories every day. As just document your day as whatever you're doing. Getting to the office, hey, I just got to the office, ready to have an awesome day. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. And we're making some calls right now where, I just talked to this person. They just, I'm going to do a story today because I just talked to a guy who got laid off earlier. He was approved. He got laid off. And, what does that look like? He's looking for a new job now. He wants to change careers, but it's important that he doesn't change his pay, right? He can't go to commission only or any type of bonuses because he won't qualify anymore. His goal is to buy a house. So I'm like, well, if you can get a job around the same pay, around in the same field, might be the best option for you. That way you can get a house, stay there for 3 or 6 months while you're looking for another job in the career you want. So always spread that education there. Let me know what questions you guys have. Onlinejobs.ph was for the virtual assistant. I don't see any questions yet. Appreciate you guys coming, and follow me here on Instagram or Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn, TikTok. I'm on all the platforms there. So Facebook.com, Steve Duran Real Estate Group, Albuquerque, New Mexico, for anyone that is out of state. Come on, jump in on some questions, someone's feedback. Good, bad, and the ugly. We'll take it. What emailing app or tool is best for promoting events? We're looking for something that we can customize email to make it look like a newsletter. I use my CRM. So I'll tag, past clients as closed, and for events, I'll text and email them. I closed through my CRM. I can customize the email and add pictures and different things in. So I would check with your CRM. If not, MailChimp's good. I used MailChimp for a while, but they charge you as you grow, you have to pay more. So it's like 0 to 50 is cheap, 10, 20 bucks a month. And then 50 to 100 is 30 bucks a month, for example. And then, over 250 to 500 is a certain amount, but MailChimp's good. You can customize emails really good. It's kind of like a CRM though. So a lot of CRMs will integrate with MailChimp as well. So that's a good one, but I would check out your CRM. If you're not using one, if you're with EXP, check out KV Core. It's free and you can add them in there and you can tag them, and then you can do a mass email through KV Core. Definitely, if you've never done an event, I would encourage you to at least do one this year, maybe push for 2. Ideally you want to be doing 3 or 4 a year, but even 2 events every 6 months is good if you're staying on top of your past clients' birthdays and staying in touch with them. 2 events a year is good. We've done pie giveaways, cookies with Santa, a pool party. So we rented out a pool at the city, like $300 for 3 hours. And then we brought a grill in. We got insurance agent, a lender, a title company to be sponsors. So at least if you can get 3 or 4 sponsors in, if the event's $1,000, for example, 4 people, that's $250 each. So it's not a huge expense, and you're going to be able to actually call people and offer them something of value, inviting them to something, and actually just not talking about real estate and just building that relationship with your past clients, getting them to the pool to have fun. Kids love it. We have a barbecue, music. So it's a good time, and it's a good reason to call your past clients and even call, leads and invite them, people you haven't talked to, friends, family, invite, and then work around the community as well. Involve a food pantry, involve, an organization that you feel that you like and that you want to support. Hold the community event or hold your client event, but involve a community organization to support. So, we're telling people at the pool party, if you want to bring some canned goods, we're collecting canned foods for Roadrunner Food Bank. That's a food bank we have here. So we involved a charity organization to help promote the client event. You're welcome. Jason, thanks for showing up. Good to meet you. Anyone else have any other questions? If not, we'll probably end it short here. We'll get back to making some calls. Post videos, like I said, entertain and sell. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll end it here. Thanks again for showing up. And like I said, encourage you, big thing, to be on all the platforms. Like I said here, be more consistent. Doesn't take a lot of time. Don't waste a lot of time. Just be consistent about posting the things I was saying every day, every few days, and you're going to get people reaching out. You're going to sell more homes this year. You're welcome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. You guys have a good day.